Today I'm going to show you how I made fluffy, marshmallowy like soap, moisturizing as well. It leaves you feeling so smooth. All you're going to need is some soap, some carrier oil, preferably one you already know works well with your body and your skin type, and a cheese shredder. So I just started off by opening this Castile soap. This actually had some scent to it, but I would recommend something that's unscented so you could add your own or even some essential oils. I opened it up and shredded about a third of it. That's all you're going to need to make just enough for a week or two. And then I have some trial and error ways that I tried for melting this. And I was going off of recipes that I had seen online. All the recipes that I saw, they start off with a melt and pour base or a whipped soap base. But if you're trying to make your own products, who has time to wait on something like that to come in, and you never know what is actually in it? So I switched gears here and I went to the stove to sort of do a double boiler method. This could work, but it really was kind of the long version. And so I decided that instead of waiting on this to melt in a double boiler style, I was just going to go ahead and start mixing it up instead of waiting on that to melt first. So I added a tablespoon of jojoba oil and then 2 tablespoons of that hot water that was in that pan that you just saw. That way the soap would melt in. And I started adding my soap slowly, but then I realized I was going to need to add this very quickly. This is again about a third of the bar of soap. And so I just added all that in there and whipped it. At first it was just kind of frothy, but as it cooled down and as I kept whipping air into it, it got really thick and everything mixed in super well. I just kept going until it was really thick like butter. So thick and fluffy. It's like washing with a marshmallow. This is the consistency you want it to be. And it's very tempting to go ahead and stick that in your mouth like whipped cream, but don't do that. I don't think that would taste very good. So you can actually use any type of soap, even those soap scraps that you have that keep falling out of your hand in the shower, and any oil. And like I said, you just want that oil to be something that you know already works with your body. But I really like jojoba oil and I would really recommend it. I'll have the products that I used linked down below. I just put this into a jar. If the jar is a small mouth, you're going to have to kind of push it in there. That might deflate the soap just a tiny bit, but it's still going to be whipped and you're still going to be able to use it. So if you don't put a lid on this, it will dry out. I would recommend using some sort of container with a lid. Whenever I looked this type of soap up, it can cost you $10 for 3 to 4 ounces. And this is using exactly what you want in your soap, and it doesn't cost near that. And it's still that luxurious feel. I made this small jar for my daughter, and I still had about half a cup left for myself. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit the thumbs up and consider subscribing to my channel if you haven't already. Thanks, guys!